next episode of the Michigan Dynasty, where today we take on the Cornhuskers of Nebraska on the road, Michigan. We're going to go to Lincoln and win. See you at halftime. Thanks for watching today's game, and go Blues.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Wolverines will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Nebraska's offense takes the field. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
Fires to the big fella. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. And the Huskers are on the move. They'll give it to Johnson. Powers through the defender. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Markway. It's a seam wide open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Nebraska! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wolverines offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And Jesse, they've got a running back they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback just flat, missed him, incomplete.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up. But he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He wants to change this route. Finding open areas. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes...
Turning on the Jets. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Catch in the middle, it's Simpson. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pulls it in, it's Hunter. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Quick strike complete. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented. You saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw again. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy I can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Let's it fly. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCulley. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds a tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Back to pass. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. 3rd down play from the gun. Here comes the rush, and they've got up at the 28.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
They kick it away on 4th down. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for a 2-minute timeout. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking for room. It's Haynes. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. It's McCulley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Makes the catch. It's Moore. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Listen, at this point, the end of the 1st half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To throw, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him! And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. The lead is down to a field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Leaves it with the running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And
End of the first half, Michigan down 3, but because they blocked an extra point. Wolverines, Underwood 8 of 15, 87 yards and a pick. Rushing, Haynes 11 for 53, Underwood 4 for -5, and Marshall 1 for 10. There you see the receiving stats. We'll see at the end of the game. Nebraska has to kick off to start the second half. Let's get you back out there for the second half.
When you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Right back to the well. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Finds his target down the middle.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And points have been hard to come. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Offense in a bunch formation. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun to give, looking for room. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. The handoff to Johnson. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. With the run on 1st and goal. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskers!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The jet sweep pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only 1 play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Can't get him to the ground. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. The give to the back. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's King. Got him downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these 1st downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5.
Really nice job of awareness on 1st down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Moving out of the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle, it's Hunter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. The give to the left. Look out, he's got room. It's a running room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Caught close to the marker. It's Key. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. They want that clock to run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Grab behind the line. It's Hunter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Oh, he makes the catch. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Sweet cut there. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The pitch to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Arkansas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Dropping back, it's Keene. He's taking a deep shot. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
That is exactly what this offense needed. The clock's winding down. You got to make a play. You go to your big play wide receiver who chews up some yards. This offense is in a great spot.
You need points to win this game, but it's a good sign that your offensive line is firing off the ball here late and getting some push. That was a really good-looking run late in this one.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
He'll go to the sneak. They'll stop him short on 3rd down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Trailing and getting deep in the game. They'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
How about the clock management by this team? Taking all of the clock, scoring late now. All you got to do is finish it. The easy part. Bring out the kicker, knock that PAT through the uprights.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air, it's Raiola. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over and
comes back to defeat Nebraska in the final seconds of 14
making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
You're playing
maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen
the
a lot
rushing
of
touchdown you see here.
like this in the past. That
One of
wasn't
the
case today, David.
biggest
Too many guys
touchdowns
out
of the
there
ball
making
game,
big-time
but
plays.
even
And
bigger
I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win.
was that
game-winning
drive at the end of the game.
To build on week-to-week success.
At the end of that fourth quarter,
a couple wins together.
That's going
the
to do it from here.
game-winning
For David
drive,
Pollack
4th
and
and
Jesse
1
Palmer, I'm
on
Reese
the
Davis, and
Nebraska
you've been watching another presentation of EA
1-foot
Sports
line.
College Football.
And this is what happened. Beautiful cut for the Michigan touchdown, and the Wolverines defeat Nebraska in an instant classic. Mikey Keene, 5 of 6, 122, no touchdowns on the air, through the air. While Bryce Underwood, 11 for 21, 105, and 2 interceptions. Mikey Keene might become our new starter. Justice Haynes, 21 for 102. Jordan Marshall, 3 for 13 and a touchdown. And Mikey Keene, 2 for 6 and a touchdown. There you see the receiving stats. Donovan McCulley led us in receiving yards. The Michigan Wolverines somehow come back to win. And it was really thanks to the blocked extra point. I do believe that we would have been tied if they didn't block the extra point at the beginning of the first quarter. So Michigan comes up huge in this ball game. Their defense came up huge in the final moments of that ball game. Michigan up to number 10 in the country after that big win on the road at Nebraska. Our bye week. The Wolverines. Hepburn commits to Ohio State. Michigan, top 25 at week number 5. It looks like this: Texas, Penn State, Georgia, Oregon, Alabama, Ohio State up to number 6 in the country, BYU, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Michigan, Clemson, Texas Tech, Miami, Iowa State, Florida, South Carolina, Kansas State, A&M, SMU, Syracuse, LSU, Missouri, Arizona State, Indiana, and Boise State. Where do the Wolverines go next? Well, we're on a bye week this week. Let's see if anything changes going into week number 6 of the season. We had a much needed bye week that week. wk4. And we will play Wisconsin as the number 7 team in the country. There you see the top 25 and Ohio State as we go. Texas, Oregon, Bama, Penn State, Oklahoma, Georgia, Michigan, Clemson, Texas Tech, Miami, Iowa State, Florida, South Carolina, Kansas State, Texas A&M. That's the one we were looking for. Ohio State falls to 16 after losing to Washington on the road. Then after them, LSU, Ole Miss, SMU, BYU, Missouri, Indiana, Duke, Boise, and Washington. Washington beat a team 66-0, and then, like we said, just beat Ohio State 27-24. Texas beat they beat Ohio State to start the year, San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston. So Texas is 4-0 to start the season. Oregon won 69-3. They put 60 up on Northwestern this year. Wow. And they just beat Penn State on the road in Happy Valley. Luckily, we do not have to play them this year. Thank goodness. So, the Michigan Wolverines will play Wisconsin at home next week. In the next episode, as we get ready, we'll go through our recruiting for this week, 145 hours. Michigan. As we go through our the Wolverines. So, the Michigan Wolverines will play the Wisconsin Badgers next week. We'll see how they do. Thanks for watching, and go Blue.